To every positive, there's a negative, and to every shade, there's light. The law of equal polarity is evident in our lives everywhere, but how much do we recognize it in our own life experiences? Hi everybody, this is Shiro from Guided Soul-ution, and today's episode is going to be called All Things Come in Equal Polarity. An ancient Chinese philosophy such as Taoism or Taoism speaks of yin and yang, a dualism in cosmology. We can see from a scientific perspective that polarity such as positive and negative must coexist in order to substantiate the value of one another. Right and wrong, good and bad, success and failure, and all other contrasting aspects are essential in upholding our state of free will, which is one of the laws of the universe and nature. But this, however, is often missed or neglected in our journey when it comes to life choices and experiences in the way it affects us. I want you to take a look at this comic strip for a second. See, I often refer to this when I teach or counsel because it's so profound to me. To see our life journey as a train ride like this, and to know that we hold the power to make choices that can change the trajectory of our path and experience is something we may not always remember or dismiss because it is too simple or obvious. You see, all things come in equal polarity. All things. This means that when there's a tragic experience, there's an absolute truth in knowing that there's an equal dynamic of blessing. Recently in LA, for example, we had a tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi, along with 7 others with no survivors. This was, of course, big news, especially for those who knew him. And although this was sad news for many and gave some the choice to simply dial in on the sad and fearful aspect of this news, it also presented an immediate positive polarity, which was that this type of impact also shakes and halts the collective consciousness right where they are, unite in prayer, activating compassion, reappreciating our time with our loved ones, reflecting on life itself, and so forth. So even when we consider the coronavirus pandemic, we see how it's also presenting with the same choice: to allow it to consume us with fear and panic, setting a detrimental trajectory for ourselves, or to choose to see the opportunity to shine our light, promoting peace and harmonious actions, as well as using it to heal or address our own shadows. And if we're told to stay home in the name of safety, we can also see that that's an opportunity for all of us to just simply slow down and reconnect with ourselves and loved ones. In spiritual communities, we place great emphasis on the light, love, and all things positive. And with that comes an imbalance of treating negativity or darkness like a plague or a disease. And yet, there are many situations where we're guided to look into our shade to see the light, because sometimes we need to see how dark the shade is in order to recognize how bright our light is. And without recognizing the value of the negative, we may not be complete in our state of positivity. You see, we are all made of light, but where there's light, there's shade. And we choose which side of us to project at any given moment. If I can geek out for a second, Star Wars, one of the sci-fi movies filled with philosophical messages, also emphasizes the balance of the Force, and not about just simply light winning the darkness. I want to share a post my friend and great lightworker Liana had written. It takes sadness to know what happiness is. It takes noise to appreciate silence. It takes absence to value presence. It takes self-forgiveness to be liberated. This also means that if we have been wounded, we have wounded someone before. And if we have been victimized, then we have been a perpetrator before. You see, we are creators and co-creators of our own reality, the ultimate author of our life story. And as creators, we are designed to feel aligned when we own our own choices. Even when we say we have no choice, that is also a choice. And to remember that choices are offered in all situations with equal polarity is key to gaining full ownership of our choices, which is the most natural state of who we are. I trust this added value to you, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to comment. I greatly appreciate you subscribing to this channel for more episodes. Until the next time, from the heart, namaste.